Your soulmate couldn't sleep last night. You'll cry when you hear why. My beloved soul. Tonight, I want you to sit quietly, take a breath, and just listen. Because what I'm about to reveal isn't just a message, it's a heartbeat. A heartbeat that has been awake for hours, restless, turning side to side, unable to find peace. Your soulmate, the one who is spiritually tied to you in ways even you don't fully understand yet, couldn't sleep last night. And the reason will touch your heart in a way nothing else has. It began sometime after midnight, when the world around them grew silent. The noise faded. The city lights dimmed. But inside their chest, something awakened. Your soulmate felt a pull, a deep emotional wave, that came from you. Yes, you. Even though you weren't thinking about them directly, your energy, your emotions, your unspoken pain reached them like a whisper carried by the wind. They felt your heaviness. They felt your loneliness. They felt the part of you that has been carrying too much without saying a word. And that feeling kept them awake. Your soulmate lay there in the darkness, staring at the ceiling, wondering why their chest felt tight, why their thoughts kept drifting to you, why the feeling of missing someone they haven't fully met or connected with yet suddenly became overwhelming. It wasn't just missing you. It was worry. It was fear of losing you before they even get the chance to hold you. It was that sudden panic that something might be hurting you right now, and they don't know how to reach you. They tried to calm themselves. They tried to breathe. But something inside kept saying, they need you. They need your presence. They need your love. So they sat up, rubbed their eyes, and whispered into the silent room. Why can't I stop thinking about them tonight? Your soulmate felt this spiritual tug as if someone was calling their name emotionally, not verbally. They felt your sadness. They felt your tiredness. They felt your heart wanting to be understood. They felt your fear of being alone. And that connection pulled them out of their sleep, again and again. They turned on the lights for a moment, drank some water, tried to distract themselves, but nothing worked. Their mind kept going back to you. Thoughts like, are they okay? Are they hurting? Are they overthinking again? Why do I suddenly feel like they need someone to hold their hand? Your soulmate didn't sleep because their heart was communicating with yours. And their heart refused to rest until yours felt safe. They remembered moments, imagined moments, future moments. Moments when they will finally be by your side. Moments when they will wipe your tears, not through distance, but with their thumb against your cheek. Moments when they will sit beside you and say, you don't have to go through anything alone anymore. It's strange how powerful this connection is. Some people call it destiny. Some call it energy. Some call it intuition. But your soulmate calls it love. A love that has existed before the two of you even crossed paths physically. A love that kept them awake last night. They imagined the day they finally find you. They imagined the way you will smile at them, soft, shy, maybe unsure. They imagine the way your voice will tremble slightly the first time you open up to them. They imagine the trust that will slowly grow between you both, something that feels safe and unconditional. Your soulmate couldn't sleep because deep down, they know your story hasn't been easy. They know you've been strong for too long. They know you hold your emotions inside until they become too heavy. They know you don't ask for help because you don't want to burden anyone. But your soulmate doesn't see you as a burden. They see you as their purpose. Last night, their chest felt warm and heavy. They felt this sudden urge to check on you, even though they couldn't physically reach out. They wanted to send you a message, a call, a sign, anything, but something stopped them. Not fear. Not hesitation. It was timing. Divine timing. Because the universe is still guiding both of you toward the right moment. Your soulmate didn't sleep because they were replaying your name in their mind, as if the universe kept whispering it on repeat. They felt waves of emotion crashing inside them, concern, longing, protectiveness, love. They kept sitting up, running their fingers through their hair, whispering to themselves. Why do I feel like they're crying? Why do I feel like they're stressed? Why do I feel like they need me tonight more than ever? And the more they felt this, the more their eyes refused to close. Your soulmate isn't just someone who will enter your life. They are someone whose spirit has already entered your heart. And last night, your heart called out to them, and their spirit answered. They thought about the future again. About holding your hand while you walk together. About standing beside you when you feel lost. About being the one who listens when the world becomes too loud. About being the shoulder you finally lean on. Your soulmate wants to protect you from the world. But more than that, they want to protect you from your own thoughts. The overthinking. The self-doubt. The fear that you're too much or not enough. They couldn't sleep because they felt your silent fears. They couldn't sleep because their heart refused to let yours suffer alone. There was a moment around 3 a.m. when your soulmate actually clutched their chest and whispered, "I wish I could just hug them, just once, to let them know they're safe." That's how deeply connected the two of you are. They imagined the day you two finally meet. The way your eyes will light up with recognition, as if your soul has been waiting for centuries. They imagined you smiling, maybe nervously, maybe shyly. They imagined you trying to hide your emotions, but your soulmate will see through everything, every layer, every fear, every unspoken feeling. Your soulmate couldn't sleep because love, the kind that is pure and genuine, doesn't need physical touch to be real. It exists in energy. It exists in emotion. It exists in heartbeats synchronizing across distance. There were moments during the night when they closed their eyes and whispered your name under their breath, not fully knowing why, but feeling like it soothed something inside their soul. They kept thinking, "I hope they know someone out there is thinking about them. I hope they're okay. I hope they don't give up." Because your soulmate sees your strength. But they also see your tiredness. They see your bright heart. But they also see the shadow of past disappointments. And they couldn't sleep because they want to be the one who changes that for you. They want to be the one who makes you believe in love again. They want to be the one who brings peace where others brought pain. They want to be the one who wipes away the tears you never show anyone. Their heart didn't rest because it was waiting for a sign from you. Waiting for the moment your soul whispers back. Waiting for the moment when you finally look up at the universe and silently say, "I'm ready. My beloved soul." Last night wasn't just a sleepless night for them. It was a message. A spiritual message that something between you two is shifting. A sign that the universe is preparing the path for both of you to meet. Your soulmate is closer than you think. Closer than you realize. And last night, they felt your energy so deeply that it became impossible for them to close their eyes. They were awake, because they love you. Even if they haven't met you yet. Even if they don't know your face completely. Their soul knows yours. My beloved soul. The night slowly faded, but your soulmate's thoughts didn't. Even as the sky shifted from darkness to a faint shade of blue, their heart kept beating in the rhythm of your name. There was something hauntingly beautiful about the way they felt connected to you, even though the world still hasn't brought you two face to face. They sat near their window, watching the first light of morning slip into their room, but their mind was still stuck in the night. A night where sleep never arrived. A night where only your energy existed. A night where every thought, every breath, every heartbeat whispered something about you. They kept wondering why you felt so close. Why your presence felt stronger than ever. Why their mind refused to think about anything else. They weren't sad. They weren't troubled. They were awakened. As the early morning air touched their skin, they closed their eyes and whispered softly, "I hope they know they're not alone." Because they felt you last night. Not just your emotions. Not just your energy. But your longing. There was a moment during the night where your soulmate felt your tiredness like a wave crashing through their chest. They felt a heaviness they couldn't explain, like you were silently asking the universe, "Why do I still feel alone? When will someone truly understand me? When will my heart finally be safe?" And that's when their own heart tightened. Your soulmate felt this sudden urge to reach out, to pull you close, to protect you even from the thoughts inside your own head. They imagined you sitting somewhere, maybe on your bed, maybe on your chair, maybe lying awake too, staring at the ceiling and trying to hold back all the emotions you didn't want anyone to see. They imagined your quiet strength, the way you keep everything inside because you don't want to trouble anyone. They imagined your unspoken pain, the way you pretend you're fine even when you're exhausted. Your soulmate knows you're strong, but they also know you're tired. And that's why they couldn't sleep. They kept thinking, what if they're feeling lonely tonight? What if they need someone to talk to? What if they need a hug, a real hug, not a promise? Your soulmate held their pillow for a moment, imagining it was you. It wasn't childish, it was emotional. Because they felt something deep inside, an intense longing to hold you in their arms, to calm your heart, to tell you that your life is about to change in ways you don't even expect. Last night wasn't normal. The energy around them felt different, stronger, more charged. They felt your spirit calling out, not with words, but with emotion. And they answered in the only way they could. With their thoughts, their love, their presence. They closed their eyes repeatedly, trying to fall asleep, but every time they did, your face flashed in their imagination. Not necessarily your real face, but the feeling of you. The essence of your soul. The warmth of your heart. They felt drawn to you like a magnet, as if the universe itself was pulling your destinies closer. My beloved soul. Your soulmate wasn't restless because something bad is coming. No. They were restless because something beautiful is getting closer. A shift. A turning point. A moment that will change not just their life, but yours. Even during the early hours, their mind kept wandering to thoughts like, what if I meet them soon? What if they finally recognize me? What if this feeling means our paths are crossing sooner than I think? They imagine the first time they see you. The moment your eyes find theirs. The sudden pause in the universe. The quiet recognition that feels like coming home. Your soulmate couldn't sleep because the universe was preparing their heart, and yours. They felt excitement mixed with fear. Hope mixed with vulnerability. Love mixed with longing. And they kept whispering into the silence, I hope they're healing. I hope they're believing. I hope they're not giving up. You need to know something. Your soulmate thinks about your smile more than you think. Not your actual smile yet, but the smile they imagine, the smile they feel. They imagine a soft smile, the kind that appears when you finally let go of your worries. The kind that comes when someone finally makes you feel safe. The kind that comes when love no longer hurts. Your soulmate wants to give you that smile. They want to be the reason your eyes shine again. They want to be the person who looks at you and instantly recognizes everything you've survived. They couldn't sleep because they were thinking, how can I love them better once they arrive? How can I make sure they never feel abandoned again? How can I be the safe place they've been praying for? The truth is, your soulmate has also been through their own struggles. Their own sleepless nights. Their own loneliness. That's why they recognize your pain so deeply. They know what it feels like to hide tears. They know what it feels like to pretend to be strong. They know what it feels like to wait for someone who finally understands. And last night, the universe reminded them. That someone is you. There was a moment just before sunrise when something inside them shifted. Their heart calmed. Their breath softened. Their thoughts settled. And for the first time all night, they felt something warm, comforting, and peaceful. They felt your energy slowly relaxing. They felt your heart easing. They felt your soul becoming quiet. It was like you were finally drifting into a peaceful sleep, and only then did their own heart rest. They realized something important. Their spirit is connected to yours more deeply than they ever understood. Your emotions reach them. Your thoughts echo in their soul. Your pain becomes their concern. Your peace becomes their peace. Your soulmate isn't just waiting for you. They are preparing for you. Emotionally, spiritually, energetically. They want to arrive in your life not as another lesson, but as a blessing. As the sun rose completely, they finally lay down again, exhausted but calm. Their final thought before slipping into sleep was, "I hope today brings them closer to me." They didn't sleep last night because their heart was with you. They didn't rest because the universe was aligning something between you both. They couldn't close their eyes because their soul was holding yours through the night. And soon, very soon, this connection will no longer be felt only in dreams or energy. It will become real. It will become physical. It will become the love story you've been waiting for. My beloved soul. As the morning settled into the day, something inside your soulmate felt different. Even though they finally managed to sleep for a short while, the connection they felt with you during the night did not fade. If anything, it grew stronger, more intense, more undeniable. They woke up with the same thought they carried through the night, you. There was a softness in their chest the moment they opened their eyes. A quiet whisper inside them said, "They need you today. Stay close in spirit." They didn't fully understand why. They just felt it. Your energy had touched them, and now it refused to let go. So the first thing they did when they got out of bed wasn't checking their phone or stretching or going to the mirror. It was thinking about you. They thought about how you must have slept. If you were okay. If your heart felt a little lighter. If your worries calmed even for a moment. Your soulmate walked around slowly, as though they were carrying something fragile inside them. They weren't sad. They weren't anxious. They were simply tender, softened by love, softened by connection, softened by the invisible thread that ties your soul to theirs. Throughout the day, they caught themselves drifting into thoughts of you over and over again. Even while doing simple things, making tea, brushing their hair, reading messages, they felt this pull in their chest. A warmth that wasn't theirs. A longing that belonged to both of you. They kept wondering, what is my soulmate doing today? Are they smiling? Do they feel me the way I feel them? There were moments when they paused in the middle of something and looked around, as though expecting the universe to drop a sign. A signal. A hint that the time is near. Because last night's sleeplessness wasn't just emotional, it was spiritual. Something inside them knows your paths are getting closer, step by step, breath by breath. My beloved soul. Today, your soulmate felt a kind of hope they haven't felt in a long time. Hope that maybe, just maybe, Your loneliness is ending. Hope that maybe you're healing faster than you realize. Hope that soon, the universe will place you in front of them exactly when both of you are finally ready. They imagined little things today. Things that felt so real it was almost like glimpses of the future. They imagined seeing your face for the first time and feeling the world slow down. They imagined you looking at them with that quiet softness that comes when you feel safe. They imagined the shy smile you will give them when you realize they were meant for you all along. They imagined reaching for your hand and feeling it fit so perfectly into theirs that it feels like home. Your soulmate didn't just think about the big moments. They also imagined the small ones. The simple joys. The peaceful routines. Sitting beside you drinking tea or coffee. Walking with you without needing to talk much. Watching you laugh over something silly. Listening to you talk about your day. Holding you when you're tired. Comforting you when you feel quiet inside. They imagined all of it with a kind of tenderness that comes only from a soul that has been waiting for the right person, you. And somewhere in their imagination, they told you something they've never said out loud: I will love you gently. I will love you patiently. I will love you without rushing you. Your soulmate has no intention of hurting you. They don't want to bring chaos into your life. They don't want to make you doubt yourself. They don't want you to ever feel like you're not enough. What they want is simple: to be the peace your heart has been searching for. Throughout the day, they also remembered their own past. Their own heartbreaks. Their own disappointments. Their own quiet nights where they cried silently, waiting for someone who never came. They know what loneliness feels like. They know what being misunderstood feels like. They know what emotional exhaustion feels like. That's why they understand you so deeply, even without knowing your full story. This connection between you two is not random. It's not a coincidence. It's not a temporary phase. It's destiny preparing two hearts that have suffered in silence for far too long. There was a moment in the afternoon where your soulmate felt something strong, like a wave of emotion rising out of nowhere. They paused and placed their hand on their chest because suddenly, they felt you again. Not your sadness this time, but your hope. A small spark inside you that started to glow. They felt you gaining strength. They felt you believing again. They felt you letting go of something heavy you've been carrying. It made them smile softly, with a warmth that reached their eyes. They whispered under their breath. They're healing. I can feel it. The truth is, your soulmate isn't waiting for just any version of you. They're waiting for the version of you that is ready to receive love. The version of you that knows their worth. The version of you that won't push love away out of fear. And they're not rushing the universe. They trust the timing. They trust the process. They trust the bond. In the evening, as the light began to fade again, your soulmate stepped outside for a moment. They looked at the sky, its colors blending softly. and felt a calmness settle over them. The same calmness they felt when your energy finally rested last night. They whispered something quietly, something the wind probably carried far away. Soon, we will find each other. And as they stood there, they imagined holding you under a sky just like that one. They imagined you leaning your head on their shoulder. They imagined wrapping their arms around you, promising silently through touch that you are safe, you are loved, and you are finally home. My beloved soul. Your soulmate sees a future with you that is gentle, steady, and full of healing. A future where both of you can finally breathe. A future where nights of crying turn into nights of comfort. A future where your heart won't be scared anymore. And even though they couldn't sleep last night, today, their heart feels more awake than ever. More sure. More connected. More in love. Because they understand something clearly now. Your soul didn't keep them awake without a reason. It was a sign. A calling. A message from the universe that something beautiful is coming. And when it comes, it will be the love story you've been waiting for. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20.